So this story is unofficially sponsored by Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. All right. So the title of this story is going to be called Lesson Learned. So my oldest brother Joseph has always taught me so many lessons. A lot of them without even telling me that he was teaching me a lesson. He was just showing me, or maybe the situation turned out into a lesson that I just didn't know what it was till after the fact. Now that I reflect on it. So when we're in DC for 2000 and I want to say 2011 for Thanksgiving, and I'll get into that story. That's a completely different story down the line. But we're at this place called the Green Turtles. Me, my cousin Wade, and my oldest brother Joseph. We're there, and we're just talking, watching the Ravens and I think it's the 49ers, where the both Harbaugh brothers were the coaches. Thanksgiving dinner, and it's a pretty cool place. I don't know why they call it the Green Turtle, but hey, you can name whatever you want to. So we're talking, catching up, and all of a sudden, I'm walking around, and I'm looking around, I'm like, oh my God, people are beautiful. Ladies are beautiful here in D.C., or I think it was in Virginia, I can't remember. But still, we were there, and I remember this one beautiful girl. She was Spanish, I think, I don't remember. Anyway, she was walking in, and I'm like, damn, she's cute. I said it underneath my breath, but I'm pretty sure I said it really loud. Of course, we were drinking, and she looks at me, and I'm like, oh shit, she heard me. But however, she was looking past me and saw my brother. So that's the type of person he is. He doesn't really tell you who he's bringing out. People just show up. So here we are. Let's fast forward about a couple more months later. 2012. I got my own apartment. I ain't seen my brother since Thanksgiving weekend, basically. So it's like February or early March, still cold as shit. But anyways, we're out, and I ain't seen him in a while. And I'm like, yo, he's in town for his divorce being finalized. And I'm like, yo, welcome back, man. How's it feel to be a free man? How you feeling, man? And we're at this place called it used to be called the Sushi Rock. And it was one of those restaurants it was a restaurant, basically. And we knew the bartender, of course. And it turned into a club after, I think, 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish. So the place is packed. Like, you couldn't move without hitting someone. And we're there, and I'm catching up with my brother. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? How you been, man? Happy everything got finalized, whatever the case may be. And there's this beautiful Asian girl who walks in. She goes to the bathroom. Order my drink. I got a full Heineken. And my brother get his drink. I don't know what he's drinking at that time, but still. He ends up, we end up talking and catching up and shooting the shit. And she comes up to me. She's like, excuse me. And I move out her way, and she stops and starts talking to him. And I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit. And I end up pouring out my drink, and I go out to this place called Brothers. Brothers is another bar. It's a college bar because I lived on the right by OSU, Ohio State University, their campus and everything. And I go there, and I see my boy John. I said what's up to him, and he's off with another female. I'm like, fuck, I'm out by myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What the fuck am I gonna do? I came in here for a reason, and I'm not going to go back home. I'm not. That's just out of the question. So I ended up going to this place called Gas Bars. You know, Gas Bars is a dive bar, but it was pretty cool how they operated. So I'm sitting at the bar. I got another Heineken, and I seen this table full of college students, and there's a bunch of white guys, white girls, and a couple of Spanish people there. I'm like, oh man, they seem like a pretty fun crowd. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm drinking, I'm looking at the sports on TV and whatnot, and guy comes over, and he orders 3 like server trays of vodka Red Bull shots. And they had to put like 30 or 40 of them or all of them. And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, you gonna drink all that? He cans me 7 of these. 7 of them. He was like, hey, take these and come hang out with us over here at this table. So, me, I'm not gonna take 7 shots, because what the fuck, I could buy my own drink, honestly. So I look around, I'm like, hey, anybody want some shots? So I'm sitting there handing out shots and whatnot. And I ended up going to go hang out with them at this table. And to come to find out, I was a token black guy. And that's not a bad thing to say, or a bad position to be in, because no matter what, whenever you're in a group, you always want to go, whenever someone gets up to go to whatever, you want to go with them, because while they're grabbing a drink, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to be like, hey, let's take a shot, and they're going to buy you a drink. So there's a great way to get a free drink, basically, no matter who you are. But after that, as we were closing out our tabs and we were leaving, they're like, yo, so where you going? I'm like, oh, I'm just going to head home, I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the night. They invited me over to their house. We played fucking Rock Band the entire night. Played Rock Band, had more drinks, took a couple his of weed itself, and it turned out to be a fantastic night. Now, do I still talk to them? Every so often I catch up with them, of course. But that was a lesson that my brother taught me, that you can always hang out by yourself. And I didn't know he taught me that lesson until that night. And that taught me, hey, if you can hang out with yourself, if you don't need anybody to hang out with. You go out by yourself. Now, females may be a totally different story, but as a guy, you can go out by yourself and have the time of your life, because you never know who you're going to run into, what you're going to do, what you're going to get into. So at the end of the day, never be afraid to hang out by yourself.